Alright folks, so here's the thing. I kind of promised my wife that I would just not do any InnRoads stuff tonight, and I'm going to make good on that. But I did want to get this out first. As you can tell, normally I do a better job of fixing lights as best I can anyway, and you don't normally see the reflection in my glasses because I don't have my monitor on. But for speed and for simplicity, I'm just going to run through this quickly because we have a lot of stuff to talk about. There's a lot of cool stuff I can share with you. So, I'm just going to start. First thing, we have our first church that really officially has backed InnRoads. It's my local church here in New Jersey. It's called Stonecrest Community Church. And Stonecrest has officially labeled us as what they refer to as an affiliated ministry, which basically means that they like what we're doing, they support us, and have even on occasion, offered to financially support us as well. They actually are the ones who paid for me to go to Gen Con this year. They actually paid for the plane ticket, so they literally got me there. So that's kind of awesome, and we're super excited about that. We hope that's the first of what will probably be many churches that want to team up with us and partner with us to help us do what we do and help them do what we do. We currently have 2 contests running, and I want to share those with you. One of them, if you're watching this tomorrow, which would be Thursday the 10th, then you literally can get on this right now. The folks at Gamers Table, I've mentioned them a handful of times. They are an RPG podcast. I got to actually hang out with them at Gen Con this year, or at least the bulk of them, and they do what's called actual plays, which is pretty much what we do on our YouTube channel, but they actually do them in the style of radio dramas. So it's amazing audio. They bring in a bunch of other people to do the voices for their NPCs, and I'm actually one of them in their actual play that's going to be released on the 10th. It's a Shadowrun actual play. I play a character who is... I'm not going to tell you because that's the contest. The contest is actually going to be to find out who my NPC is. You'll send us an email with... the subject of the email will read, "I heard you on Gamers Table," and in the body of the email you will tell me the name of my my NPC and where they found me. I believe, I haven't heard it yet myself, but I believe they usually share that information at the end, or at least the name and the fact that I voiced him at the end of it, so be listening for that. I don't know how they're breaking it up episode-wise, so you might have to wait a week, but you guys have been waiting for a while anyway. I've been hyping this, and I've been as excited to hear it as everybody else is. So definitely be listening to that. If you send me that email, I'm going to give everybody a day. So from the first time I get an entry, 24 hours from there, I'll take all the entries that I get with the correct information and do a random drawing. What you're going to win is assorted InnRoads swag. We've got stickers and a magnet. This magnet's only available if you were at TavernCon. So if you weren't at TavernCon, you can get it. We also have buttons. So you get the GSP button. Got our InnRoads Plays button. We've got our logo. There you go. Blurry, but you get the idea. And my personal favorite, Dwarf Bards Rock. I don't realize how much glare is on here when I'm not taking care of that. There you go, Dwarf Bards Rock. I will send all of that to one of the people who send it in within that first 24 hours after I get entries. So definitely check them out. If you go to our website, one of the earliest articles right now is contest time, and if you look at it, it has all the details on that. I'm not going to bog down the video with that. Likewise, there's another contest called InnRoads Hates Zombies, and InnRoads Hates Zombies is to win a copy of the game I Hate Zombies, put out by the guys at Board Game Geek. There's a lot of ways to enter that. We're taking entries up till September 15th. So again, go to the InnRoads website, find the contest kind of details, which again you'll find really early. It's also in the news section if it for some reason it's not available on the main page there. And it has lots of different ways to enter. I will randomly select one of those after the 15th, and you'll get a copy of I Hate Zombies. Okay. Also, InnRoads Plays is coming up again, the next rendition of it. We've kind of busted it out. We've got a bigger group this time, and we'll be playing Victoriana, which is a steampunk kind of... If you've ever played Shadowrun, which is a mixture of high technology and magic, Victoriana is the steampunk version of that. So it's Victorian setting, but you have airships and dwarves and magic and craziness. It's an awesome system. We're really excited to demonstrate that for you guys. We've got some really cool people making really cool stories. I'm playing a guy who I've created this character years ago, and I'm finally getting a chance to play him, so I'm excited about that as well. Be watching for that. You'll see it all over the site. Extra Life is coming. Extra Life, for those of you who may not know, Extra Life is it's a charity event where it's 24 hours of gaming to raise money for local children's hospitals. Every year we sponsor a hospital. This year, as the past 2 years prior to it, we are sponsoring Children's Specialized Hospital here in New Brunswick, New Jersey. I'm really proud of what we've done with Extra Life in the past. If you total up the past 2 years, we've raised about $2,400. The team goal this year is to raise $1,500 just this year. And I really think we can do it, but we need your help. If you want to play with us, you don't have to be here in New Jersey to play with us. We have people who are going to be streaming stuff. We have people who are going to be meeting together in their local neck of the woods. All you have to do is join the team, and I'll put a link to all the various links. Everything kind of links back to our site, so I'll do that. And I'll just sign up, be part of the team, and you can play wherever you are. If you can't play but you want to help, our team members need support. All of our team members have individual goals they want to meet as well as the team goal. So definitely be considering doing that as well. I'm gonna have, as we get closer to it, like right now I'm in the recruiting phase, but when we get closer to the event, I'm gonna have a lot of fundraising, awesome stuff. Like I'm developing all the different things. Like if you donate X, I'll do this. If you donate X, I'll do that. That's going to come later, but right now I'm really looking to recruit team members. So if you're thinking about signing up, the event is happening on November 7th, but even if you can't play with us on November 7th, donations can be accepted through till the end of the year, so you can still be a part of the team. Alright, this one's I'm super excited about this one. I've been teasing it out there for a while. The board has accepted it. The board has we've done all the official paperwork and made it so. We actually have our first official InnRoads staffer, our first volunteer staff member, and his name is Daniel Fisher. And Daniel is out of Kingsport, Tennessee. And Daniel he's done a lot of stuff with us before. He's the reason that I have this giant bag of dice here. He's an amazing dude. He just got done with going with Game Church to Dragon Con, and he's potentially going to come out with us to Gen Con this upcoming year, and we're really excited. He and I have had many little conversations about what he plans to do to help out the ministry and be a part of it down there locally where he is, and I'm actually hoping to work with him as we kind of codify the stuff that we do to run events in a way that we can just hand to churches. Right now it's all in my head and in the things I communicate to people working with me, but hopefully working with Daniel, I'll be able to put that in a form that we can just hand out to people and give out to train people. Super excited for that. He's going to do awesome stuff. You'll see him around the Facebook page and the tavern, because he's going to be made an admin there as well. And super excited to see what God's going to do there. Lastly, I will just end this little short video with a call for you guys to consider donating. I know we did this a lot during last month. Last month was my big push to get some money in the coffers. But I do want to just put this out there because ever since the past month when we got our 501c3 and started really getting stuff happening, and Tavern Con happened and all this stuff starting to steamroll, we've gotten a lot of requests to do events. We've got a lot of requests to go to churches, to connect with stores, to create materials, create merch, and all this stuff we need, it comes down to, we need your donations to make this stuff happen. Any donation that you give us, your donation helps us to get to more conventions. Like in a little bit, there's going to be Board Game Geek Con. I've had a couple people, both regulars and industry people, asking if we're going to be at BGG Con. I can't because I've burned all my vacation time going to Gen Con. But you guys donating will help us do that in the future. Whether it's me or one of the other guys or something, you'll help us get to Board Game Geek Con and some of the other conventions as well, ideally. But we'll see how that goes. Your donations help us run more events, because events take time and money and a lot of effort to put together. So we need to have that behind us in order to make another event. We can't just go on the hope that things are going to happen. We really need to have certain things in place in order to really make a big scale event. So that's the kind of event that people love to see, and we want to do that because we have a lot of fun at those events. We bring a ton of people together, and that's exactly what we want to do. We want to bring the people together to cross boundaries and to make friendships, and we love that, and we want to see that happen. And it needs money, it needs donations. We do want to create not only materials that we can give to churches, but also fun stuff. We want to put together what we call a game day in a box that we can literally just hand to a church and be like, hey, this is what all you need. You know, you can build off of this. This is what you need to get started. Boom, and then it's just a straight up product. We want to do that. There's lots of stuff that we want to see, that we want to put in people's hands, but that takes time and it takes money. And really, at the core of it, that's what your donations give us. Your donations give us the ability to produce the stuff and also the time needed. Because what's eventually going to happen is that we'd love to see that your donations would help us to have at least one person whose sole responsibility is to make this ministry happen, to do the work of this ministry. We need you guys to do that. There's no way we can do it without you. Right now, we're a small group, and we probably always will be at least a mostly small group. But we're a very small group right now, and all of us have families, and all of us have day jobs. And we're trying to do the work in between here and there and everything. It's why my wife has ordered me to do a Sabbath, because I don't normally get one, because I'm usually up till about 2 in the morning trying to make this stuff happen, because I love you guys, I love these games, and I love this work. But I really hope that you guys will consider donating. Whether you do or not, you'll still get all this content, you'll still get all the stuff we do, and you're still welcome to any event that we hold. I am a firm believer that none of this will be behind a paywall. There's never going to be a time where it's only people who pay get in. But I would ask that if it's at all possible, that you guys would consider donating, just so that we can keep doing this work. Because without you guys, we're kind of up a creek. We know God is doing awesome stuff here. We've seen it day by day. We've seen people who hated church and never wanted to set foot in a church building again come and be part of a community of believers. We've seen people who would otherwise just absolutely not talk to people of a certain kind come together and play games. We've seen so much awesome stuff happen. We've seen churches that are grabbing hold of this, but they don't know how to move forward. They don't know how to harness gaming as ministry. They're doing gaming just because somebody happens to like games, but they don't know how to move forward, and we can help them do that. And we're confident we can help them do that. But in order to do that, we need, to be able to get to them. So guys, that's it for me. I'm going to sign out now and real quick throw this up. I hope you guys are having a great night. I hope you guys are enjoying amazing games out there. It's a great time to be a gamer right now, as so many cool things are happening. BGG and Essen and all this other crazy stuff that's happening. And yeah, guys, have a good night. Play great games.